start off this new year with a little brief history lesson about Starfall, Pilgrim Star, and one of the oldest landmarks in No Man's Sky. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, Starfall, I'm going to be starting out a new pilgrimage on this year since Next had changed the original Pilgrim Star planet from Dudenbo Modmi into Kati. Dudenbo Modmi was the original planet that Steambot had. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Dudenbo Modmi was the original planet that Steambot had traveled completely around, and the so after that, so back to Dudenbo Modmi. It was the original planet that Steambot had walked around in the early days of the game's release, and it had created a landmark in the game to which Pahefu had created his Pilgrim Star Path navigation app and had forever made a landmark here in that map. Since that time, there had been numerous travelers that have come and gone, visitors and others to this location. Just because it was on the map, it was somewhere to go, someplace to be. People wanted to have a goal in the game. And so, in the early days of Foundation, I had decided to take my trek to Dudenbo Modmi because I wanted to follow in Steambot's footsteps and travel completely around a planet. Although I did mine a little bit different, and I went survival mode with no HUD. So after that run, when I did it in survival mode, it was a completely different planet. It was a when Steambot went around it, it was a frozen planet. And when I went around it in survival mode, it was a lush planet with hostile sentinels. A lush ocean planet. So I had to swim a good majority of the way through mine. But after the Atlas Rises update, it turned into a toxic planet. So it had basically lain in stasis for over a year with no activity on Pilgrims or on Dudenbo Modmi, although it did retain its name, which I've been glad for. So fast forward a year later, after the toxic wasteland of Dudenbo Modmi, we come up to the next update, and the next update had changed practically everything. It renamed planets, it made ringed planets, and it changed the whole algorithm and planet scale to which we now have Kati, which is kind of like cacti and is rather fitting for this planet. But I had originally intended to name it Memories of Dudenbo Modmi, because this is the original location of Dudenbo Modmi after the next update. I've done a little bit of research, and after traveling from planet to planet to planet, which is, as you can see here, I have at least 2 of the 3 planets in its system here. But this is the furthest away planet, and when I first arrived here, it had comm balls that were stuck under the ground from pre-next. And so I could not find them, I couldn't get to them, but from all the other planets I had visited and looked through the comm balls and investigated, I had noticed there wasn't anything that resembled the original Dudenbo Modmi until I come over to this planet, and that's when I came to the realization that this has to be the original location. My overall goal for this year is to actually redo the wiki, and get the entire history of the Pilgrim Star, Dudenbo Modmi, and its pilgrimages. Hopefully get it all completely updated this year. Because personally, this is the most interesting and most historic landmark in No Man's Sky. With that being said, I plan on doing this next pilgrimage run in permadeath. I have already stockpiled plenty of phosphorus for my shields, and a little bit of dioxide for cold weather, because that is what's running right now. And it moves quickly. This is probably going to be the most challenging trek I have ever gone on, because it is an extreme hazard planet. It's completely landlocked, and it has extreme elevations, which means a lot of jumping, a lot of dropping, and a lot can go wrong. My original intent has been to actually go completely around. Well, hell with it. I'll talk about that on my way. I'm going to do a little bit of a run through just to show you people what I am going to do. I already have the save. But I am running this no HUD again. In permadeath. With no mercy to the elements. Now my overall plan right now is to use a combination of two things that I had previously learned from my original survival trek. And that is using the clouds. Since they have added better clouds to this, and they continued the clouds' movements and made them go faster, I can actually see the clouds moving right, even over the horizon. As long as they're moving right, I'm pretty safe. Because here, they're moving left. Now, from previous knowledge, this should, in theory, still be relevant. Ah, you stupid. Should still be relevant as I go around the planet. It should stay going right. Because I'm pretty sure they haven't changed that mechanic. So, if I was to use the combination of the planet's ring, clouds moving right, and using my freighter as a pinpointing starting location, I should, in theory, be able to find the trading post. I'm going to put this thing a little further over. There. That's better. But I'll take a little beginning trek through this. I need to grab some dioxide because I gotta build or dihydrogen. Because I have to build a save point for this a little later. Oh, that's right. And another added bonus. I was going to do this thing in completely third-person mode. Just to make it more interesting. Because I hate third-person, honestly. It's almost a giant pain. But, for visuals, it would be fun. But I'm going to try to do this trek as similar as I did with the original, with my Shadow of a Pilgrim series, and do at least one live stream each week with an overall video to go at the end, I guess. But I will definitely be keeping a log on the Amino app for this, a running series as I did the Shadow of a Pilgrim. And I've debated on whether I should do Reddit or not. But I may. Depending on how much traction it actually would gain. I mean, there are a few people who are familiar with my original trek, but not as, I guess, I'm not as famous as Steambot once was. Which I'm hoping to make the pilgrimage an actual... I've been wanting to make the pilgrimage an actual in-game thing, with many people attempting the trek around what was Dude Bodmi. I mean, I guarantee you this has been officially the most traveled planet in the game. With myself and Steambot going around this planet. I've already been halfway around it a second time. And before next, I had actually gone around another planet in this star system, because another one of my goals had been to completely go around every planet in this star system. But with Next and Visions and all the other craziness that had been happening, I never got to complete that goal. So this time, another goal of mine this year is to maybe get around all 4 of these planets. Becoming the first person to go around every planet in a star system. If I can get this done with no major changes to the planets, I would be a very happy man. The most boring planet to go around, I think, is a... oh, it's like a corrupted... It's one of the anomaly planets. I don't remember which one it is. And I think there might be a dead planet here, which will be really boring to run around. But this is the thing I love the most about the pilgrimages. Just running into all these things. Like this giant crash freighter. It'll be an interesting and unique experience. The best part's gonna come when I get halfway through this thing. Wow, that thing is massive. I mean, scale. It's all about scale. Look at that thing. Hey, look my way, dude. And as always, take a assload of picturing. I thought about originally taking the pilgrim around this, but it just seemed too easy, I guess. There just wasn't enough danger. I need to bring a little danger to the game. I kind of thought it'd be rather fitting pilgrim on a pilgrimage. But, oh well. I love running. But the added danger of permadeath makes this game even more perfect, because I am willing to die for this pilgrimage. If this dies and wipes my game, it'll be probably one of the more interesting things that ever happened to me. So, I claim to be the best damn survivalist No Man's Sky has ever seen, so I am going to take up that challenge and walk around an extreme hazard planet. Fully prepared, of course, at least to my knowledge, fully prepared. Let's put it this way. It's better than my next pilgrimage, where I had tried to do another run around Dune Bomodmi. No, wait. I can't remember. There was one I tried to do, and I knew I can live off the planet. That was the easy part. So I wouldn't have to worry about resources. The problem I ran into was no HUD navigation. That could have been the one where I ran around. No, I ran all the way around Dangerous Bubblegum. That's right. Yeah. I think it was during Dangerous Bubblegum run. It had some problems. What was the problem? I didn't think out the navigation through. I just basically landed and took off. So I was like, okay, run with the clouds. Clouds weren't helping. The water lines weren't helping. Nothing was helping. So I had to turn HUD back on, I think halfway through. This time, I've actually maybe prepared a little more, maybe planned some more. And I've got it figured out. I figure if I follow the rings and the clouds, it should, in theory, help. And as long as all those planets stay off to my left, I kind of wonder if I can pivot around them. And it's a good thing those shields only use 16 phosphorus per. I don't know, how much phosphorus do I have? 5,800 phosphorus. I hope that's enough. My emergency plan is, if I have to, I'm going to create ion batteries, or the advanced ion batteries. To which I'd have had to ionize a crap load of cobalt. But I can run into that problem later. My original rules apply, though. I do no caves, and this is running with no, well, okay. The original rules I had were no caves, and you could use any buildings as shelter. So if I find a building and I need ionized cobalt, then I'll probably end up doing it that way. But I'm pretty sure I could probably make it halfway around the planet before before I have to actually do that. I mean, look, that's my plan was anyway, was to at least have enough to get halfway around the planet. I probably don't have enough dioxide though, but the cold nights don't really last very long, so I don't have to worry about using it that much. And I'm not too worried about life support. I don't have to gather much for ferrite because I got plenty of it. Oh no! But this is going to be pretty much it. Just me running along the ground through a hazardous planet. With really tall mountains. Oh, no! And deep caves. Ah, crap. Ow. Okay, I can't take... Ow. I can't take any more hits. Okay, reset the impact. That's one glitch I wish I would actually fix. Is the secondary impact glitch. If you hit the ground real hard, make sure you jetpack again before running off, because you'll take a second hit. Yeah, that took a while. This is the first storm. And I'm glad they brought back the sounds. What was it, like right after next I tried going HUDless again and like they wouldn't even do the sounds. There was nothing to help you. It's like, oh no. And even when you would look at your visor, it wouldn't have any of this data come up. The storm's going to be the fun parts about this, because then this is where you can get lost. Just once I get down here. See, there's the rings. I guess you can see the ring pretty well in the storm. And the clouds move in the right direction. Man, this planet be acting weird today. Because the few times I've been running around this planet, just kind of testing and playing around, it's like you get maybe 5 minutes of clear weather, and then you get 10 minutes of storm, and then maybe another 3 minutes of clear weather, and then a storm again. I mean, it was pretty frequent. I don't need oxygen. What am I doing? I guess habit. Yeah. No, this is like the calmest I've ever seen this planet so far. Ooh, this is a big mountain. I go up or around it. So yeah, my only problem following this ring is that with it being so massive, if I get off to one side of the ring or the other, I mean, I could be over an hour away from my spot. My only saving grace is hopefully I could find my freighter again. And that's the other problem, is I'll have to wait until night to see if I can find my freighter over the horizon. Because if I can't, it's gonna be interesting. So, another thing to clarify is, along with the no HUD, every time I get done with my session of play, I always go turn the HUD back on and look at how far I've made it in the progress. Now, this doesn't really give me any real advantage, because I've sworn that I will not move or run while the HUD is on. So I just like to keep track of how far I've made it per day or how far out I am. I mean, the only advantage I guess it could give me is the advanced knowledge of how soon I should be looking for my freighter, but I don't know, maybe I should go this time without checking my progress and just hope for the best. Yeah, I'm gonna go around this thing. I don't feel like climbing it. More mountain range. That's what's going to make this trek probably the most arduous, is the mountain ranges here. I mean, this place is insane. Kind of reminds me of the old days when I was playing around with the old photo mode, which is what no HUD is now. I was getting good at surviving in an extreme weather planet, and I thought, hey, let's play with some sentinels. So I started taking on a sentinel. There's another crash freighter up here? So yeah, I ended up going and taking down a walker sentinel, no HUD, in survival mode, and I have a whole video of it on this very same channel. But yeah, I want to get my channel active again. Maybe play a few more permadeath, no HUDs. Ooh, this is deep. Oh man, that's dangerous. Oh no! Okay. Wow! That is a deep gorge. Oop. Thank you, Lola. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Lola is my Life Observational Linguistic Alerts companion. Okay, up that. Yeah, hell of it. We'll go up the mountain. And I think I might just call it a broadcast. Time. And up we go. Go.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I have never been good at jetpacking up in third person. Although it makes it look really cool. Hey, there's a building up here. Well, yeah, the other thing about this place, the entire system is abandoned. Fucking whipweed. Okay, well, I'm gonna first off build a save point. And do quick... Oh, I got enough time. We'll keep running. There. Oh, I need more dihydrogen. Alright. Fine. Go get more dihydrogen. Hey. Quit. Alright. Builds me my dihydrogen.
Constructed.
Craft a couple plates.
Product constructed.
Build my save point. And return point saved. Alright. Just for fun bonus, I'll make that my official stop point. Or if I want to. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Timer.
Protection falling.
Couple of you watching, might as well just keep her running. I got most of what I wanted to say out of it. We're mountains. You know, I think this has probably become a very interesting planet. Because I don't remember... I never really did go around Dunebo mode me that much in normal mode when it was a frozen planet, because it would have probably had the exact same terrain features that Steambot encountered. But I remember reading through Steambot's original quest, he was remembered that it was a lot of hills. I mean, in survival mode I had to deal with a lot of water. But I did play around with it on normal mode a bit.
Technology recharge.
And so, yeah, and it was, I mean, it was a lot of canyons and stuff, but nothing I mean, this scale. This is insane. I mean, I've been on other planets and Next and explored them a little bit, but I don't think I've ever seen anything to... I mean, this scale is insane. So another problem I think I'm running into is the further I run away, or run towards the ring, I guess, like the more it seems like it's fanning outward. Like I gotta, like, seems like I have to run this direction a bit. So that's why I don't know if the ring's gonna be a helpful... What am I doing? I'm running towards the ring, not that way. Because my freighter is still right there. I don't know. I guess we'll find out long term. Incoming storm. Yeah, back down the hill. Lots of ups and downs here. For the entire planet. Whipweed. Avoid that. It's a lot of running and timing of the jetpack. I mean, I haven't exactly gotten used to the jetpack's capacity and my running capacity yet, but I know I'll probably get to it pretty good eventually. Something where I could probably cross entire valleys like I did in the original pilgrimage. Although the landscape's not the same where you can jump across gorges. I mean, here it's more like you're gonna have deep gorges with really tall ass mountains. So it's gonna be a little more, I guess, interesting. Especially when you get these very low visible. Oop. Lola, why didn't you warn me about my temperature? I could have swore you did not tell me thermal protection falling. You could have, but I was just lost in my thought. Yeehaw! Should have saved it till I got to the top of this hill. Off into the unknown. You know, one of these days I'm gonna do that and I'm just gonna fall right off a cliff. Like this thing. Probably another deep ass gorge. Oh jeez. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun pilgrimage. The bottom. Now go back up. Had enough visibility and saved my jetpack, I probably could have made that. Jeez. Okay. Let's see how far I can make it across this thing. Oh man, this is deep. Oh man. I came from all the way up there. Jeez. Oh man, this place is gonna suck. Oh, look at that. I gotta climb all that. Hey, did I pick up my save? Okay, good. Yeah, I gotta make sure I pick up my save point. I don't want to build another one of them. Man, I gotta climb that thing. Even the valley gets deeper over there, too. Jeez. Okay, now I swear this time you didn't tell me, Lola. I swear. I didn't hear it. Come on, Guru, climb. I ran out of jetpack halfway, or 3/4 of the way up. Ah, up. Climb, 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 climb. Ugh. And look, I have more rough terrain to go through. Man, I wish photo mode could capture this. I gotta get some pictures for the, Wait, where are the planets? Oh, there's one. There. There. Take another good picture there. And now back to running. I think I'll get by that mountain before I call it quits so I can make my posting things about it. Start getting a build-up ready for people to enjoy, because this is going to be a fun one to watch. Officially my third pilgrimage. Getting close to getting by that mountain. Whoa! Hey buddy, I didn't see you there. Wow, that was cool. Thought I heard something, and I look over, whoa, what the? Running with the animals. Yeah, I'll go until the storm's done. No. Well, that was quick. I'll go until the storm's done. Well, the storm quit. Let's go with the gesture. What? Thumbs up? Oh. Oh, dude, I forgot about distant gaze. I'll have to save that one for later. I keep forgetting I got gestures. Well, let's go thumbs up. My last picture for... That might work cool. Yeah, let's change that a bit. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Go find a good spot, make a save, and then I will officially call it quits. I know I've said that like 3 times now, but I mean it. I'm about to use them blue plants eventually, just for fun. Figure out find one like on a good jetpack spot. Alright. I'll run over this peak, I'll jetpack off the peak, and then I will call it. I don't see any buildings nearby, but... Oh, fucking whipweed. There. Save point. Save. Save. There we are. Now. Turn on the HUD for a bunch of spam.
Weather update. Storm clearing. Thermal protection falling.
I have almost made it an hour away. And there is my freighter. See how hard it's going to be to see the freighter when the storm hits? That's going to be insane. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll have to wait till nighttime to see that freighter. Well, anyway, for those still watching, thank you, and just stay tuned for the next one. I plan on doing these frequently and as often as I can, because I actually had a lot of fun with this.